The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
Topping up, Dolly Vision streaming real. True crime scene blast feel so unreal. YouTube madness, like, share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby? Missing shadows crawl. People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Beat. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on air light. Topping up, Dolly Vision streaming real. True crime scene blast feels so unreal. YouTube madness, like, share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby? Missing shadows crawl. People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Beat. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on air light.
What is up, YouTube? It is Dolly back with you guys again. Holy hurricanes, Batman. Now, a lot more to Devastation from this hurricane is coming out, and we're going to be showing some of that, talking a little bit about what's been going on tonight. But of course, I got the lovely PJ with me, and you guys definitely need to leave your DNA on that like button. Because look, you see how many people are missing right now. There's 1,000 people. And Dolly would have tracked some of them down, but I didn't have their DNA. I didn't have their DNA for my bloodhounds. Also, if you're brand new here, make sure you what? Sub up the channel. That is right. Sub up the channel.
Even let me speak.
I know. So ring the bell for notifications so you know when I go live. And the beautiful PJ's with me. You guys will know, right? So it looks like here in our town, it looks like the apocalypse has begun. Okay. I don't know how many of y'all have been out on a hunt for toilet paper, paper towels, paper plates, any of the basic necessities, eggs, milk, water, right? Everywhere here is sold out. Me and PJ, we had to go to a bunch of different locations. Like a treasure hunt. We went on a massive treasure hunt. And I don't know how many of you guys have done this, going out looking. You know, a lot of people are just ordering stuff off of Amazon. And, you know, we went out on a hunt. We went to a bunch of different stores. And we got lucky at a Kroger. And they were just putting out some toilet paper and paper towels. And we bought enough to last through the apocalypse. Okay, we got enough to last through the apocalypse. I don't know how about you guys, right? But now, you know, they had these strikes going on at the port, but now they've decided to end the strikes
tentatively
for a little while, and these people
after the
election, I guess. So a lot of these people are going back to work, and goods should start coming back in, which is good now that I own 7,000 rolls of toilet paper.
But toilet paper was never on that list.
I know. I don't know, but I think a lot of people are buying out everything around. Chick, thank you for becoming a member, and all you guys that have been joining up. So, you know, the ports don't bring in the toilet paper, but every time there's something that goes on, thank you, Terry, that, you know, it's, you know, let's just say pandemic, damn anything in the world that happens, instantly the first thing to go is toilet paper. Now I know this, when I buy some stock, I'm buying it in toilet paper,
sure.
right? Because listen, if the end of the world comes, everybody's buying up the toilet paper and Dolly's going to get rich. Okay. That's how, this is my new get rich thing.
I think they
is
have that already. I
buy
think that's how
stock and
they're
toilet
getting
paper.
rich.
I guess so, right? So anyway, I guess a lot of this is being bought up and it's being shipped, or people are taking it into Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia,
I
Tennessee,
hope so.
and some of Virginia. If not, people got whole house full of toilet paper, right? They'll never run out. Thank you for gifting that membership. So there's been a lot of stuff coming out. Let me share this screen. A lot of people still missing.
Mhm.
The death toll has risen, right? More pictures and more videos are coming out of the devastation. And it's just hard to
Some
believe.
places in Nashville still don't have water.
There's still plenty of places
Or
that don't have
electricity.
power,
Yeah.
right? There's still so many people missing. Like I said, the death toll is counted. They have actually, like, they're saying there's bodies in trees.
Yeah. That's one time where I don't think a live stream for searching would be adequate. Like,
Yeah, usually I'm out trying to help do things, but I heard they don't want a lot of help down there.
that's what's being said, but it's dangerous from what it looks like. I mean, you would have to actually be fully experienced to go through that terrain. And
I'm
then,
experienced
right.
in being
And
an idiot.
yeah. And then, they're talking about finding bodies and trigger warning, and there are several. And so you have to be experienced enough to be able to handle stuff like that also.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm sure it's pretty horrific, some of the scenes that they're running across out there.
Very.
And a lot of stuff on Twitter is people searching for their loved ones that are missing and things like that. And we still won't know the scope of all the damage really, and for a little while. In some of these towns, they're talking about bulldozing the whole town.
That's
down
what has been rumored.
and starting
by,
over.
Right. That's what has been rumored by a couple of people on Twitter that went to a town hall meeting, that they're asking the residents to just bulldoze and start over.
Yeah, because so much stuff, like I was saying the other night when we covered this live, that,
I mean, it looks like a rubble.
yeah, and even the things that are standing are damaged so badly that most of it's going to really have to be tore down. And
I think the concern was that the recovery effort wasn't going to continue. They were just wanting to bulldoze it. But
Oh,
I mean,
no,
I'm sure that's not how
they'll continue this recovery effort until, I think everybody's accounted for. Right now, they don't even really have a full list of everybody that's missing. And there's still a lot of places are waiting for this water to die down some. And like you said, it's so unsafe for the average person. I know so many people want to help, but there's ways of helping without getting out there, getting in that water with, down power lines, and still you can't see what's in the water. So there's so many ways to get hurt. More people drown. We've lost a lot of lives in this, right? And
Yeah.
it would suck to lose even more, because they're still rescuing people. So I think they're worried about people getting out there trying to help, and then they have to rescue them because, we got another storm coming right behind us. And before they can even get this under control, they may get hit again.
Yeah.
And
there's actually 3 storms that are looking to be headed this way.
Yeah. And that is definitely not good for the people in that area that has experienced all these floodings.
Yep, an 11-day-old infant was rescued by a Good Samaritan in a helicopter.
Yeah, 11. Yeah, and we're going to show some pictures. Just remember, trigger warning, guys. Some of the things you're going to see here tonight are a little disturbing. Some of it's, good news. Some of it's bad news. A lot of it's damage and stuff like that. So let me add this to the stage. Bam. Okay, and right off the bat, what there's right here, this is from Coffin Dolfer. First post we see up here on Twitter is this young lady is missing, right? Her name is Nicole Dennis, and her family is looking for her. So this is one of those stories that, and she's from Asheville, and which is one of the places that was hit the hardest. Okay. So we're dealing with, people are dealing with missing their loved ones, trying to find who's out there. And we, hopefully this young lady is still with us and she's out there helping, and her family, lack of communication. Some communications are still down, phone
Right.
lines, cable.
I know that Elon brought the Starlink, but some people still don't have power. So I'm sure it's hard to hook up to that without having a device that's powered.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
and then,
Let me go get Lolo.
okay.
Before she gets,
And, I've seen right already in
Coming
South
out.
Carolina, they have 6,000 down power lines. That's just the power lines that are down in South Carolina. That don't include what's, going on in Georgia. That don't include what's going on in North Carolina, Virginia, or Tennessee. 6,000 down power lines just in South Carolina. So absolutely crazy. Now there is people coming in to help. There's, they're offering some assistance. This $750 a lot of people have been talking about. It don't seem like much in a huge crisis like this. Okay? Because you look at the price of gas, you look at the price of food, and it's just outrageous. So, and then you still have to apply for that assistance, and that is not given to everybody. So a lot of people have been up in arms over this, thinking this $750 is a joke when it should be way more. But listen, I can tell you now, if you're in a bind, $750 is better than no dollars, right? But you see so many people out there saying, hey, they're sending all this money to other countries, but they're not helping the Americans. And if you do, you got to jump through a ring of fire to get the help. And that shouldn't be the case, right? We shouldn't see like private citizens having to fly in with helicopters and save people when we have tons of military, National Guard, Coast Guard. I mean, we got thousands of helicopters. Them skies should have been full of helicopters and people saving people.
I think it's ironic that the airspace was restricted for the president to come in, and so actual searchers had to stop.
They had to stop to let the president fly in because, you never know. It could be a terrorist in a helicopter and fly it into the plane or something crazy. Yeah, a lot of people, I've been getting hit up a lot, and there has been a lot of people helping and a lot of people trying to help. So there is a lot. We don't want to be up here all negative about what's going on, because there's a lot of good stuff that's going on. There's a lot of people donating. There's a lot of people coming together. A lot of
helping each other.
Yes, a lot of the locals are helping each other. So, like I said, prayers that this girl was found missing person. She was in this storm. And her family is searching for her. So if you see this girl here on the screen, all right, make sure, you let her family know, or let her know that her family is looking for her to reach out. Okay. And listen, there's 1,000 people missing. This is just one girl. Okay. Just one girl missing out of 1,000. And, they're going to be picking up bodies for like the next month. And that's in right now, everybody that's there, I'm hearing that the hotels are sold out everywhere. Anywhere there's an affected area, the hotels are full. So it ain't like if your house got destroyed, you can go get a hotel. One, you would have to be able to afford that hotel too. So this is a really sad picture, but this is one of the people that did get out, little girl with her puppy. Pray for these people. They are not okay. Godspeed. All right. Not my photo. Don't know who to credit. But now tell me that ain't a heart-wrenching photo.
That's horrible.
And it's a little girl scared to death, and this is just, like I said, one child. Just like that other girl was just one girl missing. There's a lot of kids missing. There's a lot of kids that, they done lost their home. They lost everything they have. Been totally uprooted. And it will be so long before they can even go back to their homes, if they have a home to go back to. So terrible, terrible.
It just makes me thankful for what I have.
Yes, it does make you thankful for what you have. And here's some stuff, the U.S. government helping other countries, but to the American people, not so much. And I
A
had
lot of
said
people
some.
feel like that, but I haven't. I've actually heard from a couple of the locals who were not saying stuff like that. They were actually grateful that they had their little community, and they said, one lady said, to make sure if you donate that it go to a church, or that you get a hold of someone that knows somebody that could physically get the stuff to the little community
To the
that she's
people.
in. But I didn't really hear anything. Well, it was a text typed message, but I didn't really get that whole, nobody else is helping me. Nobody else is, doing things for me. They're pretty self-sufficient in the mountains from where this is at.
Yeah, a lot of people helping people. There's people even out there with drones that are dropping off supplies to people.
I saw that. That
drones.
was super cool. It was the biggest drone I've ever seen, and it had a package strapped to it, and it just like.
Well, you know what they say: if you're somewhere in the top of the mountains, order from Amazon; they'll get it to you. The Amazon gets it to everywhere. But even some of their stuff is slowing down, and because of supply and demand. So let's take a little look at some of these videos. Let me turn this down. But you can see, look at them waves, and the cars are just like, I would be scared to death to drive in something like that. I mean, it's just crazy. Battering trucks. And like I said, I don't know if this next storm is going to hit as hard, but with already the amount of flooding that they have, it probably wouldn't take even a big storm to do even more damage. So most of them.
Hampton, Virginia, there are currently no weather alerts.
Okay, Alexa, we didn't ask you nothing, but thank you.
Government spying device.
Yep, that's the government spying device right there. All right, let me close this.
People were asking Alexa if the storm was man-made on Twitter. That was fun.
Well, I don't think it's man-made. I mean, every season there's a bunch of storms that come through.
I know.
And Mother Nature, if you learned anything, Mother Nature is no joke. And this is coming through for the victims, and you see the trucks rolling in. All right.
Oh, that's loud.
Bringing in supplies and stuff like that. Now, some people, you still have to be able to get to those supplies.
Right. Some of the victims look like they were deep in the mountain.
Yeah, deep in the mountain. Like, even if you bring the supplies in, how are they supposed to get the supplies, especially with roads still being washed out, unpassable?
Do you remember what it was? I think it was 20. The elevation lost in one mountain area was 20 feet from the landslide.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And this is one of the things I want to touch on, what they just said. Looters out of control.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the thing about looting. If you're looting for supplies, okay?
It's understandable.
It is understandable. Okay. Like if you're busting into a Dollar Tree to get,
ran out of toilet paper.
Family Dollar
I totally
or whatever.
Get it.
You ran out of toilet paper. I
totally get it.
I wouldn't say toilet paper, but water. You got to have water. You can't go with 3 days without drinking water. Your kidneys will shut down.
I would loot a store for toilet paper.
Right. So already the stores have been looted for toilet paper, every store. So I can understand if you're looting.
It's not looting when you pay for it.
For food and
water.
Supplies and water, right? But if you're looting like the Best Buy and the Target, you out there stealing and breaking into homes that people have left and abandoned to get to safety, your ass should be thrown under the jail. And we are seeing that people out there making a lot of arrests for people looting. And think about this: every time a cop has to go out there and arrest you, that's a cop that could have saved somebody else that may still be out there trapped and have a chance, because they're still finding people alive too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of bodies, but they are finding people that are alive. And in the whole thing is save as many people as you can. They're looting alcohol. Yeah, I mean, that ain't good, right? Like, I mean, I guess if you could drink it, I'm sure Budweiser has water in it, but they say alcohol dehydrates you more than it does. It does anything, but if they catch somebody, that's some stuff that they should put you in prison for.
I love that we have members that are in the area. Like Ocean says, amen, my town is destroyed. Just finally got to my daughter. 6 days to get here. We not getting help.
Yeah, well, Yeah, there's certain areas that you got to get to. That's what I'm saying. Even when they're bringing this stuff in, a lot of people still can't get to that stuff, So, like I said, with roads washed out, and I don't know. I just think they were a little unprepared because that area don't usually don't flood like that. This is, that what they say, a 500-year storm. It's hard to prepare for something that happens only every 500 years. Right. So, and a lot of these were low-lying areas. So look at this stuff here. That's a car actually in the storm. Look how deep that water is. Like, and the bad thing is power lines being down.
Yeah.
Manholes opening up because of the water flooding up and pushing the lids off. And, so you could be out there and get sucked into a storm drain, anything. So it's definitely not safe to be out driving around in water like that.
How are they even doing that?
I don't know how their cars ain't stalling out.
Right, because that seems like it's at the engine. Oh.
Yeah, see that car?
It's like a submarine car.
I know, I can understand if you had a big Jeep and it had the snorkel on it.
Yeah.
But as soon as your exhaust starts sucking in water, usually your car is going to stall out. Right? So if you're trying to make it through something that deep, it's almost foolish because all you're going to do is get out in it and get yourself trapped. That's basically, and I don't know, scary situation for these people through Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Virginia, wasn't as bad, but there is some parts of Virginia that did get it pretty bad.
Dolly, there are 3 truck stops on the way there in Tennessee, and there is a gang of some sort slashing tires of the semi-trucks taking supplies. You've got to be a special evil set of people to do that. Allegedly. We're
going to say allegedly. We don't know. We haven't witnessed that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that shouldn't be going on. And people are doing things like this. These people should be put in prison. And now if you trying to get water and you trying to get supplies and there ain't nothing and you take some water, I can understand, okay, you needed that, right? But you don't need a 50-inch TV. You don't need a couch from the furniture store. You don't need to be breaking in people's houses. And we read something from one of the sheriffs that said that the city was dangerous, that if you're going to be out, be
strapped,
be armed, right? Be armed at people out there doing bad things. And, you may have something and they don't have it, right? And, we've seen, this is kind of reminds me of the show The Walking Dead, where when you get something, right, you got food and supplies and things like that, and other people don't, they'll try to take that stuff from you. To me, it's kind of like the apocalypse, but, the strong will survive kind of thing. But we live in a world where people should be helping each other. If you got more than you need, you should be sharing it with your neighbors and your brothers and sisters in your community. And we've seen a lot of this happening. I mean, I've seen people giving away hot meals that do have power, giving away water, doing all these things, and people from all over the country coming together to try to help. That is what it's about. That is a beautiful thing. It
makes me have hope for humanity.
Yeah, it does. Like, that's a beautiful thing.
Are still around.
There's so many people, that don't care. They're just like, oh, it didn't happen to us, but this could happen anywhere.
Yeah.
This don't usually happen to these people. We live in an area that could be wiped out by a hurricane at any time. So we're kind of used to, everybody coming together here because we get hit with hurricanes and storms and tornadoes a lot. A lot of these places don't. But
Angela still doesn't have power, she said.
Still doesn't have power. So imagine how many people right now don't have power.
7 days?
And what about the price gouging that's going on foods and supplies?
Even here.
Even here.
On eggs, they were definitely more expensive. I went to look.
Everything has went up. And, and that's at Wally World, right? We went to a few different stores and instantly the prices have went up on food. But your basics, bread, milk, eggs, cheese, stuff like that is all went up. Everything.
And I was asking you last time, like, isn't that illegal? But you're like, who's going to enforce it? Like, we should have somebody in place to enforce that kind of thing because it's not
a little, up in the price a little bit. They don't really consider gouging. Like when, we seen that stuff in Georgia going on where people were selling gas for $10 a gallon at gas stations.
Yeah.
That is price gouging. That is, that's where they should go shut these gas stations down when they get time. I mean, they shouldn't do it right now because that takes away, rescue efforts from other people. Hey, Dolly and PJ, it's all the animals that have been lost. They really get to me. I do feel for the people. I really do. Prayers for all involved. Yeah, and listen, there is a lot of people right now that need your prayers, okay? There's people missing family members. There's people that have lost everything they got, their farms, their houses, just everything just completely gone like it was never there. There's people that will never have nothing to go back to that'll probably end up losing everything anyway because they're going to have to go somewhere else to set up camp. A lot of these people didn't have homeowners insurance and stuff like that. They probably couldn't afford it, so they didn't have it. Now, if you have homeowners insurance, of course, and you got, some money saved, you can probably leave and go stay somewhere and come back and rebuild. But a good majority of these people, they ain't going to have that option.
Yeah.
They're going to lose everything they got and they're going to have to start over from scratch. And that's really, really sad. Now, there is a lot of GoFundMe's that are raising money for stuff. And there's different celebrities, and Trump even donated $25 million. But you got to remember, in something like this with so many people, $25 million is like,
well, not only that, but
not
right
much.
now when you don't have power, that means you don't have ATM machines and transactions that are not cash.
And the government gave everybody $1,200 just to boost the economy. These people are in need, in desperate need, and they're having a hard time getting the assistance that they need far as from the federal government, which is sad to see.
It's strange that for Katrina that people that were affected got like $2,000, I think I read. And that was how long ago?
Well, I've seen stuff where people said they applied, but they have homeowners insurance, so they wasn't selected for help. I don't know, because you're in a bind right now.
Yeah.
Even if you have homeowners insurance, it ain't like they're going to instantly rebuild your house like that. You're going to be out of home for a good while before these insurance companies can come in and fix things. And not only that, you got to have contractors that can come in and rebuild. Most of these contractors, they're going to be coming from other states, going there to help try to rebuild this stuff. And right at this point, it's more demolition than it is rebuild. You can't just start rebuilding until you clean up, tear down what needs to be tore down, and then you can rebuild. So they have a long, long journey ahead of these people. So definitely say your prayers for them nightly, because they definitely need it.
I mean, that they've got to have PTSD after going through something like that. I mean, that right there is a prime example.
I mean, look how strong that water is.
People being just thrown around in that water. I mean, that's a straight up.
And like I was saying the other day, is like the bad thing ain't going into water, because most people can swim, right? But it's getting hit by things in the water, because there's trees in the water, there's cars in the water, and this water is slamming you into walls and the trees and the things like that. And it's so powerful.
Bacteria in it.
It's so powerful. It's moving cars and sweeping vehicles away. Imagine what it's going to do to a 150, 160 pound person. You're going to be gone. And, for the people that are standing around like Femin, I'd be running.
Yeah.
I mean, they're braver than I am. Christy Ford says, I think most people come together during these times to say gangs are doing stuff is ridiculous in chat. Those gangs are without also.
Right.
Now, I don't know if there's gangs. Some of this could be, propaganda. It could be things that people are saying to.
Brad said there's snakes in the water. Yeah.
Yeah, there's snakes. I'm tired of these snakes on this damn plane.
Yeah,
okay.
there's bodies in the water. There's bacteria and diseases from them being in the water.
And think about all the sewage that has overflowed into the water. Right.
Serious trigger warning.
So not only just water, but that's water that's storm
and then
water.
If they're flooding out the cars, there goes all the fluids.
You got gasoline, oils. Yeah. So a lot of this water, is toxic. And you got to remember, this stuff is also polluting the fresh water in the lakes and the, all that stuff. This is a real bad disaster. I have never really even seen nothing like this. Katrina was bad, but I think this myself, from what I've seen of Katrina and what I've seen of this, because it's over so many different states, I think this is worse.
Is it maybe because we weren't so social media oriented by when Katrina happened? Because I mean, I saw Katrina. It looked a little scary. Like everybody was kind of underwater. I didn't really see any landslides like this or actual footage from people when they were in their house while it was happening. But I don't remember social media being so prevalent.
It was I remember when watching people walk down the street with 50-inch TVs and grills and shit.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that.
So,
but
and they, you know, they were having to guard stores because people were looting like Best Buy and things. Because a lot of people didn't leave. Remember Katrina? They told everybody to leave. They said, this is going to be the worst storm ever. You need to get your families. Y'all need to get out. And nobody left. Nobody.
That's
I mean, some people
because-
did, but basically nobody.
But if you don't have the means, meaning transportation, money, food, shelter, money
Yeah.
to get food when you get somewhere,
exactly. Don't
how
have a
do you
vehicle.
leave?
You can't.
like where do you go?
Some people were literally walking on foot, you know, trying
Yeah.
to get out there. And there was a lot of elderly people that had to be rescued, of course, because they didn't have no way, you know, bed bound and things like that. Didn't have no family, nowhere to go. I mean, you'll be surprised at how many people don't have anything but what they got.
Rachel said we didn't have any warning.
So, yeah, no warning, no, you know, haven't seen that. I mean, it floods there. Don't get me wrong. In all these places, it floods, but it don't flood like that. Okay.
Right.
So that's definitely different. And, you know, when them dams opened up, them people, they didn't really have a chance. I mean, it was flooding so fast that,
Well, the storm, from what I was reading, the storm went from being a category 4 to being downgraded to a tropical storm.
yeah, but
And then that's when they got it.
tropical storms drop a lot of water.
I heard 30 inches in one area.
You know, you may have what category 5 and have high winds, you know, but once it downgrades all them rain bands, it's
Mhm.
moving slower. So it's passing over you slower. So it's just dumping water. And you've seen how quick them dams were filling up to where if they didn't release them, the whole dam was going to bust and even more towns would have been wiped out.
Right.
So a lot of
Yeah,
this
it's just
water,
scary.
a lot of this water was coming from them releasing it from the dams. They didn't have no choice, right? If we don't release it, we're going to wipe it. They're going to wipe out like that.
Yeah,
and it's going to
Rachel
be
said-
even worse.
We had 2 tornadoes before Helene even hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, because anytime there's hurricanes, it makes the wind is already spinning,
Mhm.
and that hits up hurricanes. That's like even where we're at. I don't so much fear the hurricanes, right? Because
The tornadoes are more scary.
I fear tornadoes because usually when there's a storm, and as soon as it passes through, tornadoes start to rip around here.
Mhm.
So, like, I've seen one right down the street from here. You know, believe it was short. It touched down and tore up just a little bit of stuff, and kind of went back off.
I saw one right by my parents, and it took out a whole church building. The church building next to it was perfect. Just the one church building was completely demolished.
And you know, they call it the finger of God because it can take. You know, a tornado can form in your front yard, take your house down, jump over your neighbor's house, and take the next house
Mhm.
down. It is something like it's crazy. And then you know, you got the winds and things flying in the air. So anytime there's hurricanes, there's going to be tornadoes that follow it. And like I said, we're 15 miles inland, so I don't so much worry about the hurricanes. I worry about tornadoes because as soon as them hurricane starts to move along, you start getting all them warnings. Beep, beep, your phone blowing up, tornadoes. And we're in a little bit of a flood area, so we get flooding, but I haven't never seen nothing here like that.
Mm-mm.
So
At one point, they recorded 28 feet at one of the dams. Florida got the high winds. Most
Here-
of those people didn't have flood insurance.
South Carolina, right here, it says 6,000 down power poles. Okay.
Wow.
So just think about how long it's going to take them to get all them poles dug, all them wires ran back. So, you know, we're talking months of people
Why
going
don't
without
we have power underground by now?
And if you ain't got power, you need ice to keep your food cold. So you can't really have anything but canned goods and
No.
water, you know, and then you can't heat your water. If you got to save the water you do got to drink. So you really don't have nowhere to bathe to keep your hygiene good, you know, and unless what are you going to have?
That's what I should have got, baby wipes.
Yeah, people, you know, gonna need stuff like toothpaste and all that type of stuff, deodorant, just basic things to keep yourself clean. Baby wipes would be good because you can bird bath with a you know, baby wipes. At least you can wipe down with a baby wipe. But like I
Rachel said trees and telephone poles everywhere. It's like a war zone.
yes,
I can't wait to
absolutely.
hear from some of these people that are there.
Look at this.
Oh, I hope not. Oh, we're gonna go up in the attic if we have to, guys. Oh, I hope not. Oh, we're gonna go up in the attic if we have to, guys. We came quick.
I mean, you heard him right there say it,
It
came
came
quick, right? What is that? Celica? What is that? Selena?
Cecilia.
Cecilia, I can't see. I'm
It's
half
very
blind.
sad.
Can you read that?
Yes. Hi, Dolly and PJ. This is so very sad. Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
It's scary.
And you
How
gotta be-
fast that came just from that. Like you could see it's rising, even in that small video.
I'd be scared to go up in that attic. I think I would rather go on the roof of the building than be in that
Yeah, no, I
attic
would
because
definitely go on
you
the
would be
roof.
trapped, you know, in that attic. If it rises up, how do you get out? You know,
You don't.
and you can tell this person's in there with his whole family.
I want to know how there was, and it makes me want to go get the dog's life jackets. There was a couple that were taping just like that kind of, and the lady said I ran to get the life vest and put them on the dogs, and we put our life jackets on, and they ended up floating around for a bit before they got rescued.
Well, yeah, I mean, you
Who
don't.
keeps that like life jackets around though? Really?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think to keep I wouldn't think to keep life jackets around. You know,
We might need some life jackets.
yeah. Look at swallowing houses. There's
I
houses
know.
all the way up to the
You
roof.
wouldn't even make it on that roof if it was sweeping away the whole house at some point. which
Absolutely.
That one area looked like their whole houses just got swept out from underneath them.
You got to do what like the bears were doing. You got to find the biggest tree you can find and climb to the top of it and tie yourself to
Did
it.
you see that video? They
the
were
bears?
doing that before the storm.
The bears?
Yes.
Yeah, they know. But you know, animals instinctively, wild animals know. Like if you see animals running through the woods, you better run too because there's a fire coming, something's coming. And you know, them bears that they've been showing all the videos of climbing up the biggest trees they can find, believe it or not, the bears are pretty damn smart, you know,
They're
because
very smart.
they're sinking their claws into them branches and they're getting way up in the air. Now they're probably blowing around, but they ain't drowning. Okay, so they'll get up in trees for days and days at a time. But the bad thing is you know they can't come down once they're up there because the water, so much water down below, they're kind of stuck there. So
What was that animal we saw when we were on vacation that was sleeping in the tree, like at the very, very top?
it was sleeping. I don't remember.
I don't either. It's gonna bother me.
So I mean, the devastation is just unreal.
It's unreal. It's like
So
a horror
let's
movie.
open up the phone lines.
Yes,
And if
please.
you're in any of these affected areas, make sure you
Rachel.
call in tonight. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what you've been seeing, what you experienced. Okay. So let's open up the phone lines. The call in number is on the screen.
See, Rhonda said both of my huskies have life jackets.
They both have we gotta get Lolo a life
we gotta
jacket.
get regular life jacket. He actually has one. It's got a shark tail.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
See, Lolo ain't got a life jacket.
Because Wrangler's a Frenchie, he sinks. He
Oh.
don't float.
Well, Lolo's a swimmer, ain't you, Lo?
She's looking at you like, hell yeah.
Let's just hope it don't flood like that, Lolo. Let's hope it don't flood. They lost a lot of pets. Okay, you got to watch my headphones. You're stepping on my headphones, Lolo. Okay, the phone lines are open. The call-in number's on the screen: 757-797-6694. Let me refresh it to make sure it's working. Okay, the phone lines are refreshed. Hit us up. Let us know what you're seeing, what's going on in your town, your communities, if you're anywhere in these affected areas.
We had a couple of people saying they were in the areas. So hopefully one of them gets to call in.
Yeah, and you see complete roads wiped out.
nowhere.
The road to nowhere.
It's like the road just is gone.
It's just gone. Like if you was riding down this road, where would you go? I mean, you would need a big monster truck to get through there. Okay.
I even saw people getting their supplies across, stuff like that, with mules.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whatever works at this point, however you can get it there, I think that's, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Robin says, hey, PJ, we are alive here in upstate South Carolina. I've been posting local updates on my Facebook. So much destruction.
Man,
can't
and
see
you
it
just
all.
moved from Florida.
And no
too.
power anytime soon.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize states that South Carolina, really?
Yeah. And
I mean, I know they're all kind of right
and
there.
you know, guys, I'm going to be heading down there to Savannah. So I will be going through some of these affected areas. And if there's somewhere I could stop and help out, I will. But like I said, they don't want a lot of people. Apparently, this is what I'm hearing. I don't know how truthful it is, but they don't want a lot of volunteers because they want professionals down there doing these types of things. And, you know, of course, I'm not certified in any of this shit. I'm just a person that would like to help, but, you know, I don't want to hinder any, you know, search efforts, be in the way of anybody, or, you know, like I said, something happening, they got to come find me. You guys are quiet tonight. I can't believe nobody's setting up the phone line. Where are you guys at tonight?
Turn it on?
Yeah, it's on. Okay, let me turn it off and turn it back on.
Nobody wants to talk to us today. That means I can go to sleep.
That means we're going to bed early tonight. Okay, you guys are quiet. So, but I am glad, you know, if you are in these affected areas, we know everybody here in the chat room safe because they're here tonight.
Yeah.
So that means most of you guys have power. All right, here we go. Dolly, PJ.
Hey, Dolly, this is Brooke from Tennessee. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, Brooke. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I've been so upset over all this stuff going on East Tennessee. I just been watching all the news reports. Yesterday, I was doing research. I had a death in the family, so I haven't had the time to catch up today. But I was just watching your show. There is reportedly towns just wiped away in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, just like total towns, nothing's left. There's no roads left. There were reports yesterday that there was a private helicopter from Florida that had come up to help and was going down the mountains to rescue people.
And they told them not to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
seen something about that. And you know, that's a shame. I think if you're a professional and you know how to fly that helicopter, you should be able to fly that damn helicopter.
That's right. That's right. And they said that they have people just putting up TikTok videos saying, "Hey, I'm in Cobb County, Tennessee. I hadn't had electricity in days. Like me and my family, you know, only have like 2 or 3 days. Please come save us."
I think that's a good thing. If you're stuck somewhere, I think that's a really good way to let people know where you're at, because there's so much devastation. People get, you know, lost in the mix, you know. So if you see that, then of course they're going to know where these people are and, you know, try to reach out to get them. But if you could, I guess if your phone works good enough to upload a video, you should be able to call the authorities too, you know. But I'm sure they're overwhelmed. Like if you called 911 and there's a million people calling 911, how do you even get through?
You don't.
Yeah, that's true. Well, a lot of those areas, I know when I've been personally up there, you know, around Gatlinburg, and the whole interstate goes over to Asheville, so it's just one big road around the mountain. But a lot of those places don't even have internet, you know, on a good day, much less.
Yeah.
Floods knocked out all the
cell phone towers.
Lines.
Yeah. Cell phone
Yeah.
towers be down. Like a lot of them times when I be out there in Tennessee, I don't have no cell phone service, and that's no storm, like you said. You can imagine once all this stuff is going on, probably nobody's phones are working, and you know, no power to charge the phone. So once your phone goes dead, you might as well not even have a phone.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying about them bringing Starlink. Like, what's that going to help if you
don't
have a
power?
device?
Yeah. So I would,
Yeah, they said that Elon Musk was bringing Starlink satellites, but something about I don't know. I've seen a lot of controversy and stuff about it. That he was trying to bring in the terminals, so that everybody could at least have the internet if they had their phones where they could reach out and say if they were okay. Yesterday, I heard there were still over 1,000 missing, but
yeah.
I'm telling you,
I think
it's
they
really
said what
sad.
they've already determined 215 dead. That's just the tip of the iceberg. And somebody,
That is
Christy
just,
Ford
yeah.
said her mama told me hurricanes don't hit Tennessee. Usually they don't. It usually breaks down to a tropical storm time it gets inland that far. But like I said, these tropical storms can be just as deadly as a hurricane because the flooding that comes with it and the tornadoes that come with it. So it ain't so much the hurricane, it's the water that it drops.
Yeah, and from what I heard, Helene got upgraded to a Category 4, and Katrina was a Category 3.
Yeah.
So, and the way that it went, it went through Florida and then up through Georgia, and then there's one little area there that you can circle that is South Carolina, North Carolina, and Tennessee, the Appalachia area.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the main area that got all the water.
And more storms on the way. So,
Yes,
and
and there's another one, Kirk or something. I don't know. I think I heard today that it dissipated out at the or out in the ocean. I hope so. But I had heard there was another one on the exact same track.
yeah, that would be bad. I mean, because just now they're starting to get in there, and then another one hits. It just it ain't much left to the story. But even worse, what if it destroys some other places? And now you got this destroyed, you got that destroyed. Soon it'll be nothing left for Tennessee.
You got that right.
So
Well,
look,
I live over in Western Tennessee. We had a flood, I don't know, probably like 10 years ago that was like a 100-year-old flood. There was a dam that broke. I mean, people were stuck in their homes for like weeks. But, I mean, there was still areas you could get to. There was just water everywhere.
Yeah.
But
all right. Well, look, we
anyway.
appreciate you calling in and sharing with us. You be
thank
safe.
you. Yeah.
There's still
All right, you
coming.
guys too.
All right.
Keep the prayers coming. Thank you, guys.
All right. Peace. Dolly. PJ.
How you doing?
What's going on? Who's this? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from California. Wanted to know why is nothing being done in North Carolina and with all the funds that have been evaporated by the immigrants?
I mean, I don't know. I do know that they're sending in help, So
Additional help than what's already been sent out?
well, yeah. I mean, they're still getting trucks in because you got to remember there was roads wiped out. They had to clear so many trees. There's been so many down power lines to even get resources in there. You got to clean some of that stuff up before you can even get to there. What I was thinking is they should have put more helicopters in the air that they didn't have.
So I did see what you said. Private helicopters operators were being told to not fly there. Is that accurate?
Allegedly? That's what we're hearing on the internet. We don't know for a fact because we wasn't there in person. But there's people saying that they were turned away from help and that wanted to help. So you can't believe everything you hear on the internet. But some of it may be true, and some of it may be people wanting to stir shit up.
Right. So how has Starlink been able to, how are they allocating Starlink to the residents there? Is it just blanket pockets of neighborhoods, or are they individuals that are getting it?
Well, Starlink is as long as you have a clear open spot in the sky, you can pick it up. But I thought you had to have a receiver for Skylink
They
itself.
dropped off the receivers.
I believe
Lowe's.
it's all integrated.
Yeah, I think they dropped the receivers off at like Lowe's.
Well, I just watched a small little clip, and they said it was Ivanka Trump's plane that dropped off a bunch of the box. They look like boxes. I don't know.
Yeah, they're little flat things that you can put on your vehicle.
You just sign up for it. The fee's been
waived.
Cleared out, waived.
Yeah, I know it's like $100 a month to get it because I travel around in my camper truck, and I was going to get Starlink for my camper truck, and it comes with a little I don't know, it's like a little flat satellite. It ain't like a dish anymore.
Right.
It's like flat, and it lays at an angle, and you point it a certain direction, and you're able to get internet. A lot of the van life
Right.
people use it, but far as everybody else, I never really heard of anybody but van life people using it. So
Right. I mean, it's a blessing that they've been sent out there. I'll say that, because I mean, granted, the electricity's not there, but at least have Starlink or some form of communication. I
Well,
mean, it's amazing that they were able to get them out there.
we're starting to see today a lot of big 18-wheeler trucks with supplies rolling in, and they must
Wow.
have cleared a lot of the roadways out.
All of our toilet paper went to them.
And you got to remember, most people that post stuff on the internet, they usually post the worst of the worst, the most devastation. They don't usually post the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? People helping people.
Becoming increasingly hard to filter that out. What's real and what's not.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of how I take it. Like, I don't, when I hear people saying negative things, I pray for the best, because I know
Right.
that the locals are out there. I've had so many people call in and say, look, the communities are coming together. People are coming together. The locals are helping locals. So we just got to pray that everything works out. And, we got 1,000 people missing, and that's not a good sign. I'm thinking at the end of this, there's going to be more people lost than Katrina, because it was over such a wide area.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm hoping for the best, because it's really hard, even from California, to see what's going on without any kind of real assistance. At least, like you said, it's hard for me to know what's happening.
I'm really close, but we got fortunate, and we had a sunny day, and then you go 3 hours out and it's flooded, completely destroyed. So we just happen to be lucky. I'm blessed, I guess. But hey, look, I appreciate you calling in. You stay good, my man.
Hang on one second. I have my girlfriend who actually turned me on to your YouTube channel. She wants to say something.
Okay.
Dolly and PJ, love your channel. I just have to say, my friend is boots on the ground in North Carolina, and he actually wrote in a post that he is dismayed that when Biden did a flyover to say, about, that it's a catastrophe, that the first responders all had to stop, boots on the ground, trying to find people under the rubble. Everyone was told to stop,
I know they stopped all flights. I know they cleared the air.
Yeah,
the air
for Biden flying over, for Biden flying over though. That's what he said. So that's not cool, but anyway.
Okay.
Well, thinking of you
guys,
of everyone there.
You guys be good. It was good talking to you.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Peace. Dolly, PJ.
Dolly?
Yes.
Hi, BJ. Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
How's it going?
How are you? Doing well. I'm here in North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh.
What part of Carolina are you in?
We are in the Piedmont area, which is it's an hour south. It's an hour east of Asheville.
Okay.
So yeah, our town is called Morganton, and we had flooding all the way up to the park that's about 100 feet from our house.
Yeah.
And we had big trees come out of the ground out behind our house. We have these really tall trees out here. I don't know, people, if you see how tall these trees are, I mean, they're so tall. And when those trees fall, they bring down huge power lines. There's still power lines in our street.
Yeah.
And what's weird about it is that most parts of our city have power, but some of us don't. So we're running on a generator.
Yeah. How about gas? Is it hard to get fuel? I heard most of the gas stations are still closed down without power. Pumps don't work.
If you can, it's in the Piedmont area. It's a tri-city area. So it's Morganton, Lenore, and Hickory. It's almost like nothing happened here. There's little parts of areas where you can see that people have cleaned up, like
like just locals, neighbors getting out there with their chainsaws the very
Yeah.
next day.
Yeah,
And
I've
getting
seen a lot of locals clearing roads so supplies
uh-huh.
can get in.
Yeah. Yeah. So the actual power trucks, the utility trucks can get in, so the city doesn't have to send in those big trucks. So, they're and these trees, they're humongous.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, they're and when you see them on like blocking the roadway, wow. We went out to Lake James, which is it's a pretty big dam that dams the Catawba River, and we drove out there today, and the dam is filled to the brim, and the spillway on the other side is they're just spilling it out really, really slowly.
Yeah.
But I got some video today when we drove out there, and you can just see down in the spillway the devastation from where they let that flood water out of the dam,
Yeah.
and it comes out at such a high speed. It just, no matter, it goes so fast. It decimates. It like creates a valley,
Yeah.
like like under the dam. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just tearing
And
through everything.
yeah. And so here's the thing, right? I deliver groceries for people out here. I do DoorDash, I do Uber, I deliver all of this stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
So when the cell phones weren't working, we're like, well, obviously people aren't getting anything and everything is still flooded. Well, then a couple days later, our cell phones still weren't working, but all of our apps, when we would get intermittent signals,
Yeah.
people were sending in orders for DoorDash and like Instacart and stuff to get groceries from stores that were closed, and stores that were in areas that were flooded. So these DoorDash and Instacart apps are allowing people to make grocery deliveries from stores that don't exist anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's really weird. And so we went out there today. We did a couple grocery deliveries. People that don't up in the Lake James area, they don't have power in some of these places. They're running several houses off of one generator. They're like sharing generators. But yeah, my doctor is all of my doctors are in Asheville. All the girls in my doctor's offices are okay, because I was able to call in because I wanted to check on my doctors.
Uh-huh.
Just to make sure everybody was okay.
I hear it's mostly downtown Asheville. It's mostly destroyed.
Yes. Mostly, yes. Downtown Asheville is going to be gone, and it's going to be really sad because it was very historic, old, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The Biltmore, everything down there is gorgeous. It's the most beautiful country. I don't know what's going to happen to the Blue Ridge Parkway, but it's pretty scary. We are in a town that has power, but our house doesn't have power. The next street over does. So we consider ourselves lucky. That's why we went out today. We're like,
Yeah.
we don't have anything to do. Let's go and let's go see if we can just, people, they're not tipping. They don't have money. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse my language, but I don't care. I'm going to go do it anyways. They're ordering canned goods. I mean, and these apps, they aren't compensating the drivers, which is really weird to me. And I don't even care about that because I have everything I need. I just want to help people. I have a vehicle.
Yeah.
The gas situation in the Piedmont area, you can get gas, and you can get gas for generators. They have big, they have gas stations that You can get ethanol-free gas for your generator.
Yeah.
Instead of buying it like pre-mixed or whatever.
Well,
and
I'm heading
the-
down. I'm heading down to Georgia in just a couple days, so I'm taking.
Yeah.
I'm taking a couple gas cans with me, big gas cans in my truck, just to have.
Okay.
In case I run, because there's another storm coming. So while I'm supposed to be down there, it's supposed to storm. So I'm
Okay.
if anything else happens, I'm going to have what I need on hand. But I have of course, I have a generator with me and all that stuff.
Okay. Okay. Good. Now, do you have new gas? Make sure you use new gas for your generators. Don't use last year's gas.
Oh, I'm not. I use new gas.
Okay.
Yeah, I got. A brand new generator, so I'm good to go.
Okay.
My vehicle, I have a camper truck, so I got everything I need for everything.
That's
so
awesome.
if
That's
even without power, I'm good to go for days.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky, man. I thought air conditioning was was nice, but I'm just glad to be alive, and I'm glad that there's still people out there. We drove by one house. A guy's house was completely gone, and he was out there by himself, picking things out of his house and putting them in a pile to take them home.
Yeah.
I almost started crying.
That's horrible
It's
to say.
bad.
It's horrible to say.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's are you going down to Virginia to watch the Quentin is that the Quentin Simon
Well, I'm in
case?
Virginia. I'm going to Georgia to go cover the Quentin Simon trial.
Quentin.
Yeah, Leilani has court, so I'm going to be down there
for
the court hearing. But it's supposed to storm real bad while I'm down there, so I'm taking all precautions. I've been working on my vehicles the last couple of days. Just to work to make sure everything's running right, drives right, everything's good to go.
All right. Well, if you're going to be down in Georgia, you'll be closer to me. Hey, you know what? Save my number, okay? If you need anything, Dolly, call me.
I don't save anybody's number because there's so many numbers that call in. But look, I appreciate you calling. You be good. You stay safe, okay?
Okay, Dolly. Okay, you and PJ stay safe too, okay?
All right, peace. Dolly, PJ.
Dolly, it's Richard. What's up?
What up, Richard?
Hey, man, we filled up a 32-foot horse trailer today. Well, it's like an air conditioned trailer, but we bought like 8 pallets of water, 6 pallets of Gatorade, 55-gallon gas cans, 5 chainsaws. We bought a bunch of stuff we're going to take down there and just give away.
Okay.
We're going to try to see. Do you know anybody that's like in dire need in that little area of Florida right there on the water?
No, I
show that needs something.
I don't.
Like gas,
I don't know. I'm not positive. We haven't like really organized because I've been so busy the last couple of days because I've been trying to get my vehicle ready to go.
I've been talking to people that are in Carolina.
And PJ has. I've been constantly working on vehicles, so I get my truck run. I had to go get a bunch of parts, and then I ended up getting all the wrong parts. So today, I spent most of the day going to buy parts again. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Then I ran into a couple problems and I had to go back out. Matter of fact, we just left Advance before we came here because I would needed some bolts and different things for these new shocks and shit I got, and I had to put on a new rotors, new brakes. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that I've been grinding on, trying to get done.
I was gonna say, if you have anybody in your chat that's in need down there that doesn't have like diapers, toilet paper, paper towels, paper cups, we went to Sam's Club and bought like everything they had.
Yeah, if my stuff would have been running, because both my vehicles are down, so I'm working on both vehicles. So I've been pretty much trapped here, or I would have already went down to Carolina at least and helped because I'm not very far from Carolina. So
you're not that far from Florida, like 13 hours. So that's where we're gonna go. We're just gonna go over the weekend and just try to find some things that are dire need and just give out what we got.
Well, you gonna help in Florida, or are you going into other states?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Florida and like just the ones that were direct hit right there, on the island, on the.
But you're coming from
on
Texas,
the coast right there.
Yeah, you're coming from Texas, so yeah, you got to get a
Yeah,
little
so we're
ways
gonna
to get to
come
Florida.
across Louisiana and into Florida. Yeah, we're gonna come in at Pensacola, but we gotta go. We gotta go down.
I hear
you know?
that the Raging Cajuns are down there trying to help. That scares me because
Yeah,
I
they're
don't.
already down there. I saw that today when we were trying to research what areas were hit bad, you know, and where like people that needed diapers. We're trying to find like if people need diapers, baby food. We bought all kinds of stuff, and then we went to the church and got a bunch of stuff full. We've been working on it for like 2 days. So.
Cool. That's awesome of you
We're
guys.
just gonna take it down. If we had Dolly soap, we'd take it with us. You know, people
Dolly
need
soap.
right
There you go. I'm short on supply because I was in the hospital and stuff like that. So I haven't made it. I haven't made any soap in a good bit. So only what's in the store is what supply is left. So I really don't have a real big supply right now. When I get back from Georgia, I may make some soap, but the problem with that is when I get back from Georgia, I may try to stop in and help a little bit in some of these places, but then I'm flying to Indiana. So
oh, that's right. Yeah, you are for the little long assignment.
No, that's the Delphi murder trial.
Delphi, yeah.
So I'm going to be in Georgia, and then I'm driving to Georgia, but I'm flying to Delphi. So whatever time I have in between, then I'll see what I can do, what I can work out. But like I said, if my vehicles hadn't have been down, I would have already been in Carolina trying to help.
Okay. Well, if you know anybody in Florida, anybody in the chat that needs like some gas cans and toilet paper and stuff like that, we can stop on the way. If they'll just let you know maybe, and then I'll call in tomorrow or something on your show, and then you.
I was about to buy me a 5-gallon gas can the other night. That thing was $45 for a 5-gallon gas can.
We bought 50 of them today, but Sam's Club gave us 50% off because it's for relief help. Because we're gonna take them down there and give them away.
Yeah, I was thinking, damn, gas cans are expensive.
Oh my God, they were $22.57 for the member market, whatever the Sam's Club ones, like theirs, whatever they had, and they were all like just the red 5-gallon cans.
I got one, but I was gonna buy me a second one, and I seen the price of it. I was like, oh no, let me see if I can find that somewhere cheaper.
They're high, dude. They're high.
Yeah,
they're so expensive. Flea markets is a good place to find those.
Yeah, I gotta go dig through my shed. I may have a couple extra ones
you
out there.
Got about 10 of them out there somewhere.
I know. I probably do. I just didn't feel like looking, and I was in the store the other night, and I was like, I need another gas can, to have an extra. I already got one big one that I keep my gas in for my generator in my camper, and I was like, I need another one just in case we get somewhere there ain't no gas stations or something's closed.
There's probably gonna be a lot that way, bro, that you're not gonna be able to get. You better take at least like 25 gallons.
Well, I'm going down the coast, and the coast seems like it didn't get it as bad as inland.
You got another storm coming.
I know, and I don't know how that one's gonna go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you better. You got your generator though. Is it gas or solar?
Gas.
See, I got a solar one. Yeah, there's solar ones are the best.
Well, I mean, right now I run it gas, but I'm about to hook up all solar to it in just a little bit. Baby steps.
I do propane. It's cheap,
Oh, it's got hooked up. I got propane in it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right.
Yeah.
So you cook and all that, like gas stove and all that stuff.
Yeah, my fridge runs off propane. My little thing runs off propane. So
man, you fixed that thing up, bud.
Yeah, it got everything. Wi-Fi, TV.
Money on that thing doing all that.
And the inside wasn't even that bad. It's all the work that I'm doing to the rotors, the brakes, the shocks, all the carriage part. Huh?
Even cheaper.
Damn, sure to bought a new truck. You know what I'm saying? Probably would have
been cheaper. Get you a diesel.
But I got everything just about ready to go. I should have the truck up and on the road tomorrow.
Got your health? You're good to go, they said? You good to go?
Yeah, doctors say I'm good to go as long as I don't go hiking up a mountain or nothing. Or lifting.
Needs to get you some shirts made for every day, like, the days you're going to be gone that say no lifting over 10 pounds, and put it on. Wear that shirt every day so you won't pick nothing up.
Well, I don't plan on picking nothing up anyway. I'm lazy.
You got generators, you got hookup, and oh man, you better just be careful. All I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, but I've been pretty active since the heart attack, because the doctor told me not to sit around, don't be laying around, get up, do things, get back to your normal life. You're going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? She said the worst thing you can do.
Man, that's 3 weeks. I think I was scared for like 2 weeks. I'm not going to lie. I'm a man, but I was still scared as hell for like 2 weeks. And then that kind of faded off.
And then, like I've been going out walking and exercising. I ain't been like lifting weights or nothing, but I've been walking. I ain't been running, but I just been
Were you
taking it easy,
scared
but
at
still.
all?
Yeah, I
Were you
was
scared for like the first couple of weeks or no?
I was scared to death, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was the scariest
I
thing
know, I was too, man.
that was the scariest thing I ever been through in my life. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
I'm just getting
And
happy
mine
in
wasn't as
life.
bad as yours either. Whew, I bet you. I don't know how you did it. Mine wasn't near as bad as from what I heard what you went through.
Yeah, I mean, they had to shock me, you know what I'm saying, back. I mean,
they have to do that
I was
to me.
on my way out, so I'm just happy
You
to
were
be
out.
here.
What do you mean on your way? You were out.
Yeah, well,
They had to shock you. You were out, bro.
it wasn't my time, you know what I'm saying? Jesus had
Man, you
other
got 9
plans for
lives.
me, you know.
Whew. 9 lives, baby.
I got to be here to help a few people. I got a few people left in my lifetime.
Well,
I
your
need to
daughter
help.
needs you too. You can't go this early. Your daughter still needs you. She gotta get married first and have kids, and then.
She said she ain't having kids. That's what she told
What?
me. Yeah.
Ah, she says
And
that
she's about to turn 25, but I didn't have her till I was 25.
Yeah, 27 and 32. Mine are 5
So,
years apart.
and I'm like adopt or something. I need a grandson.
Yeah, you do. That's what I'm saying. No, don't adopt. When she is 27, everything she's saying right now will all change at 27. Just watch.
Maybe I don't know.
If she meets the right person, it will.
Hope so. Yeah, I don't. But I'm just saying what she said. She's like she don't plan on having kids. I'm like,
But
damn.
did she date her? I mean, is she dating anybody or?
I don't think right now. I don't think right now she's dating anybody. So there goes the name. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, the name's gone anyway because she's a girl, but it's still, it'll change, man. Just give it a couple more years.
Maybe. All right, Richard, you be good, man. Stay
All right,
safe.
brother, you too, and
Love the good
I'll call
work
tomorrow. So take some names if anybody needs anything.
Okay, will do.
Brother.
Okay, listen, guys, if you're in one of these affected areas and you need some help, the best way to probably tell me Facebook, Dolly Vision, okay? Add the group and then post stuff in the group. Dolly.
Dolly?
Yes.
Am I talking to Superman or Buzz Lightyear?
What's up, Rose? How's it going?
It's okay. I've had car work done this week too. I had to get my inspection for October.
Oh, okay.
Did you just talk about that a minute ago?
No, I haven't got any of my stuff. I've been riding around on a bad inspection sticker for like a year and a half.
You're kidding.
I ain't kidding. On all my vehicles. All my
Not
vehicles.
in Virginia.
In Virginia.
Yeah. Not me. First of all, my apartment people would have towed me. Well, my inspection is, I got all of October, but I got it done early. I haven't had my car since Sunday. And it ended up being, I'm so glad. I knew it was time for some things, even last year when I got it inspected, they said, you won't pass inspection next year with brakes, so had to get brakes, pads, rotor, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they found my power steering was leaking and my water pump,
Oh, my power steering's leaking too in my truck, but I ain't gonna. I just keep filling it up. I'll fix that. I'll fix that when I get back. I'm not even gonna worry about that. I got other shit that needs to be fixed, but my power steering's leaking too.
Well, you don't want your water pump to leak because that's
my water pump's good.
Okay, because I Googled it and
Thank you, Cookie Crunch. Thank you, Turtle Gang.
Of course, my mechanic explained everything to me, but I Googled it on top of it, and a water pump leak, it can end up getting into your oil and gas. I mean, it can, I could have blowed up,
Yeah.
Overheated.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not really why I called. It's just because I thought you had inspection, and I've had inspection, and my car's back now. It's safe on the road. But I'm calling about all this devastation and destruction.
It's bad.
And I wanted to tap in on your last caller, Richard. I really appreciated him asking you if you had cleared all your Superman journey, Buzz Lightyear journeys with your doctor, because it is important. You're not Superman. I know you think you are. I got a cape.
Does that count?
You're a Buzz.
you look like Buzz Lightyear tonight. That you just have the same shaped face as he does. I mean, face it, okay? Real cute. But anyway, I'm glad he asked that because I wanted to call in and ask that. Like, did that really get cleared with your? Did you tell him you were planning to fly around everywhere?
Well, my daughter's a
And
woman.
okay,
So
but the thing is, I know, but the thing is, I think it's okay for you to fly around everywhere, but if you go to some of these devastation zones, you really shouldn't be trying to like lift people. And, I think you would be a great organizer to help get like stuff going, like that could be an incredible
now
role to
here's the
play.
thing. The doctor said I ain't supposed to lift nothing heavy, but if I seen somebody that needs some help, of course I'd get out and help them.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. Well, anyway, the reason I called, if you don't mind, it's not like I call all the time, is because I want to say something about Mother Earth.
Okay.
Mother Earth, she's a vessel, just like you and me and everybody else, right? And she feels things like just how when you can spot kind of a creep or a monster, she can too. I call her a she. You can call her a he if you want. But you think about, you know what a fissure is, right, Jimmy?
A what?
A fissure.
A figure?
A fissure. Fissure. Like
what?
a long crack, a long linear crack that goes into the rock and earth and places. And you think about all these crevices. I'll just use the word crevice for easy understanding.
Okay. All right.
Every time a bomb hits our earth because of somebody's greed and kills all those people, it doesn't just kill those people. That bomb creates fissure or crevices, and bomb after bomb. How do you think Mother Earth is?
Okay, well, let's don't.
she's trying-
YouTube don't like that word too much, so let's kind of keep it easy on the big B word.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so you got things cracking and splitting the earth, right? How do you respond? People shouldn't blame Mother Earth. She's trying to save us and warn us, and they keep talking about global warming. It's not global warming. You know what it is, Jimmy? It's downright greed. It's, I think your country has more profit potential. We want your resources. Boom, bum, bing, bang. Oh, we don't like who you worship.
You are way off topic, Rose. I mean, just way off.
No, I'm talking about devastation and destruction and where it begins.
Okay.
It is with the human people. We're doing it. The people need to stop being so mean and greedy and
well, I don't think the people made this storm. You know what I'm saying?
Think the people. I'm not saying the people made the storm. I'm saying it's the mentality, all the greed and hate in the world.
That needs to be fixed too. That definitely needs to be addressed.
That's the point of my conversation. You just really don't get me sometimes.
Sometimes maybe not. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Rose.
I'm also in the moment of preparing for my beautiful Malcolm's 46th birthday.
Okay.
On October the 10th, that youngin was born, and I've got cook dishes and make food and prepare things. So I've been busy, but I'm looking at the TV. It's hard. I don't even want to look at it.
I don't blame you. It's hard to watch. But look, Rose, it's been good talking to you.
If I got anything across tonight in all my blabbering, it's please, what are we sending out to the energy, the ether, the mother, how much can...
Okay, I get what you're saying. Treat the earth good. All right, let's just shorten that. Let's treat the earth good.
Stop being so greedy, people.
And stop buying up all the toilet paper. All right, Rose, you be good. Till next time.
Bye, Jimmy.
All right, peace. Dolly. Rose will confuse the shit out of you. Dolly!
It's so good to talk to you. Okay, I was just going to give you a little information on chihuahuas. I have one, and he's got a little bit of a crush on Lolo,
Okay.
and they do not swim.
What? They don't swim?
Nope, you got to have a life vest for them.
Okay. What if I put one of those floaties on her, like you put on your arm, just one right on her little
Yeah,
wiener
no.
body?
I don't know if it's like their paws are so small or anything like that, but I had like a pool at a different location, and he's been to the ocean, and you got to have a life vest.
Okay. Well, next time I
It
go out,
sounds
I'll get
silly.
Lolo a
It
life
does.
jacket just in case Virginia
Yeah,
floods.
it sounds silly, but and I don't know about Wrangler because the nose, but
Well,
I
he don't
mean,
swim. He sinks like a rock, according to PJ.
yeah, my Chihuahua just went down like a rock.
So
So
like
I bought a
40
life
days.
vest.
Okay.
That was
Somebody
yeah.
asked how long since the surgery.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay. So get Lolo a life vest. Anything else?
No, that I just want to tell you, you got such passion and heart, and I love watching you, and you're great.
All
And
right.
so is PK.
You be good.
So, yep, you take care.
All right.
Okay,
Peace.
bye-bye.
All right. People are off topic now. It's get your dog a life vest. And who knows what Rose said, treat the world good. And maybe you won't get these bad storms. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. Hey, PJ. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I think PJ went to lay down. She has to work tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So I called you a couple days ago. Told you about it's not a 100-year flood. It's a 500-year flood. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
Anyway, I came back into town today after I got out, and I'm handing out water to help my neighbors flush the toilets. Things are starting to look better here in the west side of Asheville. Power's back on, and stores are starting to open up.
That's good.
Gas is starting to flow on my side of town on the west side. It's starting to look hopeful. Man, the community that I love is coming out, and it's just beautiful, like, to see us doing this. But the main reason I wanted to call you to give you some inside information, there's a radio station on the AM that hands out so much helpful information on the inside here, and you can tap into it online. It's WWNC, and that is 570 AM on Asheville radio. If you want to look that up, and you can stream it online and listen, and they will tell you how to donate, how to get to the charities. Now, I'm telling you right now, the ones that are needing it the most are probably the shelters that are housing the unhoused at this point.
Yeah.
Like my parents' area in North Georgia where I escaped to, there's so many people trying to get stuff together, and they were trying to give it to me to take back up here. And I said, no. The kids' toys, all that stuff, they need to go to the shelters where these kids are going crazy in the shelter.
Yeah.
But so much of this information is being handed out on that AM channel on the radio. Again, WWNC, and it's on iHeartRadio. And if you listen to that, you'll find so much more information. I hear you telling people that Asheville was hit the hardest. And I know you came up here. Y'all said you came up here to visit a few years ago. I don't know what area you visited, but downtown Asheville is fine. It didn't get hit.
Oh, okay.
It's surrounding neighborhoods in Asheville.
Oh, okay.
One of the ones that got hit bad, from what I hear, is a neighborhood called Fairview, and they're really trying hard to recover. The River Arts District got wiped out, but most of that is art students. It's not like residential area, but it's where all the artists that produce the beautiful art that all the people that come to Asheville love to see, their studios are gone. The artists, their livelihoods are gone. Now, there are death counts coming up, but realize Buncombe County is Asheville, but we're not just talking Buncombe County. We're talking so many counties surrounding, and that's where people got really trapped and swiped away by flood waters. There are so many rivers surrounding Asheville. And if you listen to that radio station, you'll start hearing about more and more of the outside parts. So when you say Asheville, downtown Asheville is fine.
Okay.
They're recovering. The power's come back on. We're still waiting for water in so many places. South Asheville, they got their water back today. A lot of places don't have water, but it's the outside areas that were really, really where residential people are missing. And so if you listen to that radio station, you're going to get so much more inside information.
Okay.
Okay. And then like they'll also tell you how to donate, who to donate to, where it should go.
All right. I will check that out for sure.
All right. You'll have a good one, Dolly.
All right. Peace.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Well, I misspoke. It's the surrounding area of downtown Asheville. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. It's Lydia calling from Tampa. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Lydia. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Hey, I was just calling when Richard was offering help to somebody in, anybody in Florida. There's a young lady in the chat called Pink My Bell 2.0. She says she's in Hudson, Florida. The chat was trying to get your attention for a while. But she needs help. So we're wondering if somehow maybe you guys can post how she can get a hold of Richard, or maybe pass her contact information to Richard. She just said she had a 5% battery life. So we're like trying to get, some type of, communication or something between both of them. Because she seemed really, like she really needed help.
Yeah, the best way to get a hold of everybody in the Turtle Gang is to go on the Facebook, join our Facebook group, Dolly Vision, right? And then put a post there, and then everybody will see it.
Okay, and then that's where Richard will be viewing too, I guess.
Yeah,
You guys will...
yeah, he's part of the group. So that's where, most of us post just daily stuff or keep up with each other's right there on that Facebook group.
All right, wonderful, my friend. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully she's still listening, and we just wanted to make sure that she felt supported, and we appreciate you for having everybody calling in and giving out resources and things like that. Thank you for giving us the platform.
Not a problem. You have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, because I know most of the people that are really affected, it really can't probably see this stream, right? Because the hardest hit people right now, they don't have power, they don't have water, they don't have internet, and most of the people, they're probably their phones are dead. This is for people in the surrounding areas that are getting their power back on, their internet back on, stuff like that. Like, I wish I could do more, this whole storm caught me at a bad time. This will probably be my last call. Dolly.
Hello?
Hello, you got to turn me down in the background.
I'm trying, Dolly. Hey, I'm from Georgia. My son lives in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
And they probably won't have power where they at till the 20th of this month.
In Savannah?
In Savannah.
Okay.
Tybee got power back on in 3 days.
Tybee Island? Yeah.
Yeah, but Savannah and Fort Wentworth, they don't have any power.
Okay.
And they didn't have any motel rooms, but I've just now been able to get them a motel room with their baby.
Yeah, well, I stay in my truck. I stay in my truck. I have a truck camper that has a bed, TV, power.
Yeah.
Everything I need in the truck that I travel in.
Yeah, I know you do, but I'm just saying that they were out. The baby was in the car with the air. And they banked with American Bank, and they locked all their cards, got locked up there.
I heard something about that. I had heard something about that.
Yes. So I finally got some money on the cash out Wednesday, and a motel room came open, so they finally got to a motel room.
Good. That's good to hear.
And then 2 hours coming back up north is where I live, in a small community. And our community is destroyed.
Oh, wow.
and it took me 6 days. I came a little bit further up north. My daughter wasn't hit, and above Macon, Georgia. So it took me 6 days to get here.
Yeah. Well,
Because
like I said, in just a few days, I'm going to be heading down there, so I'll get to see some of the devastation firsthand. So
it's I'm 74, and I've been through it all. I've been through COVID. I've been through storms. I've never seen anything like this. My home was the only home standing.
Wow.
In my community.
Wow.
It's called Axon, Georgia.
Okay. Is that right off the coast?
You know what? I'm about 100. I'll say about 150 miles above Brunswick.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
It hit us, and our whole town is destroyed.
Wow.
I mean, it took, like I say, it took 6 days for me to even be able to get on the road to come to my daughter's.
Yeah.
We took baths the first night in the swimming pool. Then the swimming pool got bad, so my son-in-law, I went to his house. So we're using water to flush commodes with the pool water.
Yeah. That's a good way to get it.
And it's taking 5 gallons of gas to keep the generator going to save the food.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah. So it's bad. It's really bad. It looks like a bomb hit us.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like when you look at the aerial view from the me too. It looks like a big explosion, and everything's just in little tiny pieces. But hey, look,
and
I hate to cut you off, but I gotta get ready to go.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you be good. Peace. All right, guys. So look, I appreciate everybody calling in. Definitely throw a prayer out for people in these infected areas. Right. You see some people got their power back on. They're super blessed, but there's so many people doing way worse than some of these callers out here. Right. Because, if you can call, that means you got phone. That means you probably have power. You probably don't have no water, but it's good to hear that they're starting to get, help, that, these trucks are coming in, they had to clear the roads and things like that. And communities are coming together. This is the time to love your brothers and sisters out there, and just remember, this could be you. Mother Nature don't care where you live at. When it comes, it comes. These storms destroy all kinds of places, and we got to stand together strong no matter what, to help each other out. So, like I said, I'm going to be heading out here in a few days. So I'm going down to Georgia and to cover this court case. And I guess we'll see some of the, I'll be live a bunch of my trip because I don't have nothing else to do but be live with you guys, right? So maybe we'll see some of this firsthand. And, me, I ain't supposed to be lifting anything heavy, but if there's things I can do to help, then of course I will. I just can't put myself in jeopardy or anything like that. So we'll get to see some of this firsthand up here live. Now, we won't be out searching, trying to recover people, because that ain't something that I want to bring to YouTube, right? Because there's a lot of bodies in these waters, and, people are still out there. And, I don't want to be the dude that shows somebody's loved one, in a tree, not alive. Okay. That would be horrible. So, like I said, they have a long road ahead of them, a really long road. It's probably, some people ain't going to have power for months. They won't have water for months. And the devastation is completely unbelievable. How many dead here? Right now, they've said 215, right? Confirmed. But there's over 1,000 people missing. And, they're finding bodies that they haven't even recovered yet. Like, they haven't even went and tried to recover, but they know there's bodies, right? So there's just so much going on, and it's so widespread. over multiple different states that it's one of the most horrific things I've seen. And, you know, like I said here, you know, I feel blessed because that weekend it was sunny. I was at the beach. I had no clue. You know, I knew it was hitting Florida and I seen that it had passed. So I'm thinking, okay, Florida didn't look like it got hit super bad, you know, because it gets hit with hurricanes all the time. Buildings are built. Everything there is built for hurricanes, right? Just like Virginia. We have certain building codes that have to be met because we get hit with so many hurricanes here. So the buildings are built strong. They're all brick, reinforced, you know, and a lot of that blocks the whole beach. So it stops a lot of the damage that would be done. It don't stop all the damage, but it does help a little bit to have all these, you know, this wall of buildings up that are, you know, can withstand 200-mile-an-hour winds. So, I like I said, I had no clue what was going on until I had turned on the internet and seen that, hey, you know, a lot of these dams were breaking and they were opening up the dams and these towns were just getting flooded, right? And it just shows you I'm not far from North Carolina. I'm literally can get to North Carolina in 15 minutes. Okay, certain parts of North Carolina, where the damage is in North Carolina, I'm a few hours from, but a few hours north of them, it was sunny. Everybody was at the beach. There was a festival, you know, and just to think, just 3 hours down the road, complete devastation. Lives lost, people missing. But look, guys, I'm going to get ready to wrap it up with you. In the comment box down below, let me know where you guys are from. Okay. So leave your state and your city in the comment box down below after this video ends. And I will see you guys in the morning. I got to get up early. I still got a bunch of work to do on my truck. So I'll see y'all soon. Peace.